brothers, they close. It's love. Well, get together and really bond, dog, for real. Get together and put the work in, work out, catch passes, all that. They need to be on point from top to bottom. He needs to be on point with Jettas, with Addison, with Hawkinson. If his soft ass is back, if not him, Josh Oliver, whichever rookie in the building, heavy. Period, man. He needs to be have great communication with his old line, all that. But maybe there was more to the timing between Flores' extension and Adolfo Mensah's firing. Well, that's the buzz coming out of TCO Performance Center. According to longtime local insider Charlie Shooter Walters, Pioneer Press, who's hearing that Flores wasn't a fan of the Vikings' former GM. Oh, wow. Oh, damn. So he wasn't a fan of KWESI. I wonder why. Definitely wonder why on that one, homie. Was it because of the dumb draft picks or KWESI wasn't listening? Huh? Could it have been because of the way KWESI was acting or certain things Flores knew? Hey, bro, your guess is as good as mine, right? Right. Shout out Charles in the building. Shout out Charles Allen in the building. Flores wanted KWESI fired because KWESI was incompetent. If O'Connell struggles again in 26 with the offense, will be fired and Flores will be promoted to head coach. Shout out Charles in the building, bro. Hey, man. Could have a point, could definitely have a point. And it's funny, I'm probably finna get right into that situation in the article. But that's what I just questioned. Like, was Flores mad because KWESI was so bad and piss poor in the drafts? Maybe KWESI didn't want to listen or whatever, right? KWESI wasn't trying to hear nobody but KOC or hear nobody's opinion but his opinion and KOC's opinion. I mean, how much involvement did Flores really have, or did he have any at all? Was Dallas Turner even a Flores pick? Did Flores have any say on the Flores pick? But like I say, I would think Flores would want it the other way around. Like KOC fired, KWESI stay. That puts him in better position to be the head coach eventually. I mean, that's just how the cookie would crumble. But now we talking he want KWESI gone. Wow. So maybe it's not no much of maybe it's not so much or wasn't so much backstabbing, huh? Or backdooring, right? Certain speculations and rumors people say maybe KWESI wasn't just the one pick. Maybe hey, maybe KWESI was just really that bad, homie. Yeah, maybe KWESI was really running things and really making calls and really setting up these drafts the way he wanted them to. And maybe, just maybe, baby, because no one has came out and said it. I ain't believing nothing about KWESI until KWESI come out and speak. Yeah, bitch, yeah. So everybody vouching for KWESI. I don't care. KWESI ain't came out and said yet his hands was behind his back. No, hell no. KWESI ain't came out and said, hey, bro, I wanted hardball. They wouldn't let me hire him. KWESI ain't said that. So how the hell we know? That's real, homie. Heavy. How we supposed to just assume that what? Give KWESI the benefit of the doubt and he won't even come out and speak up for himself like a man? He's sitting back there quiet, signing contracts allegedly to where he can't speak until after a certain time has gone by. What? Or maybe never? So KWESI basically sold his soul, right? Right. Boom. So I don't care what KWESI got to say. People sitting here saying, "Oh, he was a scapegoat." I was saying he's the scapegoat, and still maybe was. If I had to lean to one side, I would say, yeah, scapegoat, scapegoat. But at the end of the day, homie, this right here, this situation here, huh? The Flores problem right here. If Flores really wanted him gone, but what other reason would it be for if not the draft and his piss poor drafting? And KWESI bringing in certain guys that maybe Flores didn't want, huh? Yeah, I'm just saying something to think about. Tech, what up? Tech, what up? Big dog, Tech in the building. My dog, Tech Jedi in the building. Yeah, big dog, I'm here. Maybe later you drop the link heavy. Yeah, I got you, Tech. I'm gonna drop it later, man. Yeah, I'm gonna drop the link later, dog. Get at me, bro. Holla at me heavy, man. Lock in with me. Lock in with me. If Mr. Bryan said that he wanted Quasi fired, that would mean I don't know. I'm guessing that Quasi was holding him back. Maybe it was linked to personal, which CKOC's dumbass look when Turner was drafted. Yeah, bro. A lot of questions, Dale. But that definitely makes you think, hey, maybe Quasi was just fucking up, homie, for real. If this story has any legitimacy to it. But hey, Quasi could have just been messing up that much for real and rubbing Flores the wrong way. Maybe all the guys in the building, besides maybe a couple, yeah, Flores had some impact on to bring in. But hey, what other reason would Flores want Quasi fired for? If he wanted the head coach job that bad, the main guy he would want fired or be happy if they got fired would have been KOC. If he's trying to make that connection to the head coaching spot quickly and swiftly without having to go to interview here, interview there. If that was his main role in the back door and this and that, bro, and going behind each other's back, Quasi being fired wouldn't be the logical sense in that situation. It would be the other way around, right? Boom. KOC fired. He's not up to par, this and that. Then boom. Brian Flores is a head coach once again. But Quasi, what the hell that mean for Flores, homie? How the hell that help Flores, homie? Unless, I repeat, unless Quasi wasn't getting Flores the guys he wanted. And all that collaboration bullshit was shit from jump. And maybe Quasi was the one calling and running the shots, but he wanted to do it his own way. And maybe the collaboration was all bullshit, specifically in draft time. I mean, let's think about it. His drafts were piss poor. Do you expect a guy with football knowledge to be that piss poor? If Flores really had detail and had his hands and got to put input on draft picks, etc., do you think his drafts would have been this bad? I mean, come on, bro. The football IQ that Flores has, homie. What Flores knows about the game, what he's done with this defense. Why have if this collaboration was really going on and Flores had say here and there, why have the drafts been so bad? Even defensive players specifically. Why have UDFAs been so successful, homie? Heavy. Missing in the draft and hitting on UDFAs sounds more like a guy who's more analytical than knows football or can scout talent for real, homie. Boom. Yeah. He's more good with numbers, so the numbers tell him even if he fucks up in all these rounds prior, he can find some talent after the draft to make up for it. So just like KOC is in his ego, boom. Maybe Quasi was in his ego as well, homie. Yeah. Maybe he was more in his ego, even more than KOC and the Wills. Maybe. Well, I'm gonna say KOC, maybe. Now, I'm not saying that's the case. I'm just saying something to think about, bro. For real. You know, we quick to go at KOC heavy, well deserving of it. But at the end of the day, you want to talk about egos and this and that, bro. It would make no sense for Flores or it to be a whole back door for Quasi to make Flores happy. Unless Quasi was just doing too much, bro. He wasn't giving no leeway. You know? Heavy. All I'm saying, bro. Think about it. Think about it. Because it makes no sense for Flores to want Quasi gone unless because he was tired of him interfering in the drafts and messing up his picks and not bringing in the guys Flores wanted. And once again, the numbers guy Quasi, he probably thinking, oh, he getting comfortable, homie, thinking he's figuring it out. Oh, he knows, yeah, the numbers say I can hit big in free agency as well. I got the cap space to do it now. My boy Dre in the building. My boy Dre in the building. What's the biz? Hey man, hey, figuring out why Flores would want Quasi to be fired. Yeah, little buzz around Minnesota saying Flores wanted Quasi fired. So I'm just breaking the article down, making it make sense, giving my opinion, dog. Heavy. You heard what I said already. It don't make no sense for Flores to have wanted Quasi gone. Right? The perfect fire, the perfect man to get fired to help Flores, homie, would have been KOC. Because KOC is out, then he's in. It's a win-win. So maybe everything we saying about KOC, maybe Quasi was doing the same, homie. Maybe Quasi was doing it at a higher level in the building. Nobody could see it. See KOC, right? Boom. We can see what he do on the field. But Quasi, yeah, he close to the top. Yeah, close to the top. Yeah, top to bottom, past the buck, all that. So maybe Quasi was in his ego up in the office. hmm Maybe Quasi said, "Hey Flores, I'm giving you who you get. You deal with it, man. This is my business. I do the numbers here. I run this here." Maybe that was the situation. There could be so many things, but yeah, come on, man. Dive back into this article real quick, man. Yeah, school vibes. Hey, hey, we gonna figure it out, Dre. We gonna figure it out. Yeah, man. Know what I mean? Early, man. Yeah, heavy. we gonna figure it out, man. Dive back in, bro. Make sure you come in the chat, like it up, like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell. Share this with everybody you know. Here we go. Let's see. I'm gonna just start here again. But maybe there was more to the timing between Flores' extension and Adolfo Mensa's firing. Well, that's the buzz coming out of TCO Performance Center, according to longtime local insider Charlie Shooter Walters, Pioneer Press, who's hearing that Flores wasn't a fan of the Vikings' former GM. Hmm. There's buzz that the reason it took so long for the Vikings to re-sign Flores, $6 million a year deal, $6 million a year deal, is that he wasn't a fan of Adolfo Mensa. Like they said, huh? Boom. Kind of ironic, isn't it? Ironic. Quasi's gone. Oh man, Flores hired, Flores extended. Oh man. So was the rift maybe between Quasi and Flores the whole time? Yeah, so maybe they both been on the hot seat. Yo, KOC is definitely on the hot seat this year, but maybe he got a little longer to go because he's not up top. He's not necessarily in the office. And if Flores had a problem with Quasi, guess what, man? Everybody, it was more than just Flores who had a problem with Quasi, baby. Yeah. Flores' whole staff gonna have a problem with Quasi, right? Boom. KOC might have a problem with Quasi, right, homie? Boom. Yeah, especially if Quasi was just getting carried away, just trying to punch numbers and do whatever and not listen at all. And he could have got the big head. He could have got the big head. People get the big head all the time. Period, man. Heavy. Get that money, bro. Feel in a position of power on a power trip, homie. Heavy. I mean, you see it in the regular workplace. Know what I mean? Early, man. You see it in the regular room, regular world. So you think it ain't the same thing going on up top round yonder in Minnesota and everywhere else in the land? Come on now. Maybe Quasi got big headed as fuck, bro, and said, "Hey, man, this is my shit now, man. I'm running it. Period, homie. I'm running it." Yeah. Mighty funny though. Mighty funny though. Quasi gone. Boom. Flores on. Extendo. Bam. Bullseye. Bam. Yeah, bro. Pretty funny, man. Pretty funny. So all this we saying about O'Connell, yeah, man. Maybe it's time to start saying the same thing about KWESI too. KOC, he just didn't ruffle no feathers, homie. Like KWESI, allegedly, if him and Flores had a rift. See, KWESI played itself going against Flores because the Vikings gonna let KWESI go before Flores. Because guess what? Boom. Flores is the best thing that ever happened to the Vikings in the last 10 years. No disrespect to nobody. But Flores is the best thing that happened to the Vikings in the last 10 years. Boom. So KWESI played himself once again for going up against Flores and making Flores mad. Because guess who everybody gonna side with, homie? Yeah, even the ones in the office too. Yeah, they gonna rock with Flores. Period. What? Flores, you mad at Flores? You're not listening to Flo? You're not listening to B Flo? You hoe? And like I said, bro, I'm standing on that 10 toes down until KWESI come out and start speaking up for speaking up for himself like a man, right? Take a stand for himself. He just sitting back there quiet. All right, bet. I'm no longer giving KWESI the benefit of the doubt, being vouching for him at all. I don't at this point, I don't even know if he was the scapegoat for real, my nigga. Yeah, bitch, yeah, heavy. That whole scapegoat shit, I might just recant that motherfucker. Yeah. Cause this looking real fishy, real suspicious, man. Yeah. So maybe these drafts and maybe these moves, huh? Maybe KWESI has had all the damn power up round there. And people mad because he's had all the power, homie, and he ain't done nothing with it. Yeah. He ain't had a good draft yet. Huh? And then you go against Flo? Are you crazy, dog? Are you goofy? Huh? Yeah. Allegedly, if this is true. Oh man, SKOL vibes. Yeah, baby. There were a lot of questions surrounding why Brian Flores was open to other defensive coordinator job this offseason, huh? Then, just days after his return was officially announced, Adolfo Mensah became the only leader in the Minnesota Vikings organization to lose his job over the failures of 25. The only one, I repeat, you heard what he said. You heard what the damn man said. The only one to lose his job. The only leader in Minnesota Vikings organization to lose his job over the failures of 2025. You hear me? Heavy. The only one. KOC right there. Piss poor. Why ain't he gone? Wes Phillips, why ain't he gone? They got rid of Chris Cooper. What's his Cooper? All right, cool. Bet. Coincidence? Probably not. Which is what makes Walter's report so intriguing. If Flores' return was dependent on KWESI's exit, the timing of Adolfo Mensah suddenly makes a lot more sense. Yeah, let's get it, man. Yeah. Yeah, maybe KWESI wasn't so Mr. Goody, innocent guy. Oh, yeah, we seen disguises. Great people play great roles and put on great disguises before. You see it on a day-to-day basis, baby. You think KWESI ain't have it in him? allegedly, huh? Round yonder. Yeah, man. A lot of people say it though. Oh man, bro, let's go. Oh shit. Instead of hiring Adolfo Mensah's permanent replacement ASAP, the Minnesota Vikings named Rob Brzezinski as the interim GM and won't conduct their search until after the NFL damn draft. Who control of the draft? Flores. Yeah, baby. Let's hit Flo. Let's hit Flo. My boy Flo in charge, dog. So all this, everybody talk about backdoor KWESI, this and that. No, KWESI was really fucking up. It's the real business of it, man. And he went against Flores and it bit him in the ass, no cap. I see what's going on now. I see what's going on now. That's why KWESI ain't said a motherfucking thing. He know what's up, homie. And he signed that waiver where he can't speak. So he's per bitch. Period, homie. Now KWESI looking like per bitch. If he don't come out now and earn some respect for himself now, they talking about who gonna hire him. Ain't nobody gonna hire him as no GM. He had the same position he had before. Period. That's what it is, man. Yeah. Flores is running the draft. After the draft is over, then they'll bring a GM in. But they fired KWESI, boom. They're not hiring nobody else. I'm sure they talked to Flores, granted him some. Now, I ain't saying he got full ownership over the draft, but he's in. Trust me, he's in the mix heavy. Don't be surprised if you see Flores in the back room on draft day. If they want to keep it, if well, not probably not, because they may want to keep it low profile, keep it on the low homie. But if Flores is in charge of this draft, homie, I'm expecting high defense. I'm expecting D tackles. I'm expecting a high defensive draft, but also I'm expecting a trench draft offensively. And I'm expecting potentially Caden Proctor to be drafted, homie, heavy. Because if anything, Brian Flores understands trenches early. And he understands defense, man, heavy. And he understands what wins games. Yeah, but I think Flores got full say or got some say in this draft for real this time around. And the Wilfs granted him that period because KWESI didn't. He may have played with it and played with it and dabbled in a little bit, but KWESI didn't give Flores full reign. And the cap guy from Seattle, he's good at building, but he's even better with the money, Guapino Federale. So that could be for the free agency class coming up to try to make some room and just bring in more money, more Guapino, more Federale, Fettuccini. But until KWESI speaks up and speaks out, I'm no longer giving him the benefit of the doubt, bro. For real. Yeah, let me repeat it again. Until KWESI speaks up and speaks out, I am no longer giving him the benefit of the doubt. Period. Yeah, this will be a good draft if Flores has control, or if he's in the mix any kind of way, like really in the mix directly with Brzezinski. And Brzezinski, they pretty much got to throw Brzezinski's name out there, right? Right. They got to make it sound good a little bit, and they ain't just gonna come out and say, "Oh, we letting Flores handle the draft now." No. But yeah, peep the scenario, man. Peep the sequence, heavy. And who knows? It could have been KOC go out the door first, but KWESI messed up. If this article is true, and it definitely damn well could be, especially the way things have went. If you sit and think about it, the way things have went with KWESI's firing and what happened after his firing and prior, yeah. He messed up when he went at Flores, when him and Flores had a rift. That was his biggest flaw right there. If anything, that's what got him fired. Because they had to pick, they had to choose. I mean, this is quite simple. You see it clear now. They had to choose somebody. And KOC was the middleman, the good guy, never revving things up, just doing his job enough to stay afloat, but never really pressing issues and pressing lines. He's in between, playing the middle. Good relationship with Flo, good relationship with KWESI. But even he had to pick, I'm sure. I'm sure the Wolves hit him like, hey, KOC, we need to holler at you, man. Now we got KWESI here. We got Flores here. You're in the middle. Who means more to you, homie? Yeah. And we need you to decide quickly and swiftly in a matter of a day. Boom. Who's more beneficial to KOC right now? But damn sure not KWESI, it's Flores. Because his defense carried the squad. Who the hell you think KOC want coming in, going to war and going in a battle with him? KWESI up there in what they call it, the smoke box, the press box? Or boom, Brian Flores on the field carrying this team, period, with better talent. Because I'm telling you now, if Flores running the draft or got a lot more say-so and influence on the draft, it's going to be a great draft. Phenomenal draft, homie. Yeah, no cap. Period. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Wow. What Walter doesn't know is whether or not the Wilfs are trying to bring in an established GM who will come in as the clear top dog in the Vikings tree of hierarchy, or if they'll try to hire someone who will split decision making duties. Huh? Is KOC GM, homie? Huh? Will KOC be GM? Heavy. Nah, I ain't no fucking GM, man. Oh man, Minnesota, man. Yeah, man. Score vibes for life, bro. For real. Either way, Charlie doesn't expect the new Vikings head of football operations to be named until May. Well, after most key offseason decisions have already been made. Wow. So we're talking a full May. Oh yeah, bro. Flores is all in on this draft. He may be in on even more. Free agency potentially. Boom. Maybe it will be a real collaboration this time around because they bring in two number guys. Well, they have Brzezinski, then they bring in the old boy from Seattle, Matt, the big dog from Seattle, right? No cap. They bring him in. Boom. They handle the money, the federale, all that. Yeah, they throw this in, throw this there. They got to put their name out there like they're handling the draft and operations. But really, on the inside, Flores got his hand all on this thing round yonder, baby. Yeah. And I ain't mad at it. And like I say, Quasi, he been too quiet for me. Too damn quiet for me, homie. Yeah. He ain't spoke up for himself at all. Shit, he got his money and he cool. Period. Meanwhile, what we don't know yet is what the Wolves are really thinking. Do they plan to bring? Oh, that's already said, huh? Let me see, dog. Meanwhile, what we don't know yet is what the Wolves are really thinking. Do they plan to bring in a general manager with stature who can lead the organization and actually push back against options from coach Kevin O'Connell or defensive coordinator Brian Flores? Or are the Wolves looking for a GM who will defer to O'Connell? The head coach is now the guy with the real power. Wow. We won't know the answers until early May when the new GM is expected to be hired. Heavy, baby. Yeah. Hey, y'all let me know in the chat, man. I repeat, y'all let me know in the chat, man. Oh, man. Shaking up heavy already. Oh, man. You know what I mean? Maybe the maybe the article is capped. Maybe it's a smear campaign to clear KOC because ownership is listening to the public wanting KOC gone. Don't know that all. If it is they did a great one. You know what I mean? But hey, if it is they did a great smear. But guess what? Quasi ain't said nothing. Quasi ain't said a damn thing. So guess what? I ain't giving Quasi no leeway on that. Period, bro. On nothing. Point blank. Period. Bottom line. No cap. I mean, how many smear canes Quasi gonna let go by and go on before he speak up for himself? That's my question, Dale. Why so damn quiet, man? That ain't purr at all. Heavy. Come on now. Marshall Taylor in the building. Marshall Taylor in the building. What up, big dog? Yeah. Marshall Taylor in the building, man. Yeah. I mean, just think about it though. Smear campaign. What Quasi at then? Man. And let him smear his name? Oh, I get it. I get it. He got his bread. He got his guapino. He got his federale. So he cool. Obviously, the money mean more to him than his legacy or name do. They talking about who gonna hire Quasi next. Hire him for what? Do the man even want to work? The man probably want to go back to them numbers. Yeah, running them numbers, baby. You hear me? Heavy. Yeah, man. No cap. Huh? Let me know how you feel, bro. Let me know how you feel. It's facts or they hating on flow. What you mean, Dre? What you mean, Dre? Expound, my dog. Expound, my dog. Early. What you mean they hating on flow? By saying he wanted Quasi gone or what? What you mean they hating on flow? You say, is it facts or they hating on flow? It sound like fact. I ain't gonna cap. It sound like facts to me. This make more sense than what all the other shit everybody else done said before. This right here makes more sense to me than what everybody said before. I mean, shit. KWESI really was messing up, and there's proof in the facts and the stacks. Ain't just talk. KWESI was fucking up. Piss poor drafts, dumb decisions, all that. For real. And everybody's saying, oh, he didn't have no control. Well, why ain't he spoke out yet? Damn, that 4 years, no control, and you sitting there quiet? Hell no, bro. For real? And he came in with pride, and he talked about his African pride as well, and his heritage and all that, what he stand for. And you let him do you like that, boy? Got no damn pride, boy. No man, boy. You a paid off boy. You hear me? Heavy, a paid off little boy. Period. Then they got mad at him for taking maternal leave to go see his baby, and he ain't say nothing about that. Yeah. Some people saying that's why he got fired. So if that's why, be a man, speak up, homie. Yeah. Speak up for your family, dog. Protect your name, homie. Yeah. What you scared of, homie? Yeah. Come on now, Jack. Yeah, jive turkey, man. Jive turkey, man. No cap. He ain't said a damn thing. So maybe KWESI was just fucking up, and he fucked up finally a little too much, and he went at the wrong one. And when you get on Flores' bad side, guess what, homie? You get on Flores' bad side, shit, you the one to go. I guarantee KWESI and KOC was on a hot seat, both. KOC might have been gone first if KWESI would have played his cards right, because that would have benefited Flores heavy. And the Wolves got to pick between KOC and Flores. Guess who they was picking? Unless they let the whole NFL, him suing the NFL get in the way, but he just got a major win in that case, as far as what system and how the judicial system is going to take it, all of that. He just got a win for him and his side in that case right now. So obviously the NFL or somebody seeing the corruption over there. But KWESI messed up, went at the wrong one. He did something wrong. He started trying to do too much, be on the power trip, feeling himself a little too much, heavy. Yeah. And then everybody had to pick one. Maybe that saved KOC. Article could be classic deflection. Could be. At EJ, blame game is childish. Hey, I'm reading the article, man. I'm reading the article. Daniel in the building. Daniel in the building. Heavy. Yeah. Yeah, I'm simply reading the article. Yeah, you tell me how you feel, Daniel. You tell me how you feel, Daniel. Huh? Guess what, Daniel? Hey, a lot of people play the blame game. A lot of people pass the buck. So who's playing the blame game in Minnesota? Period. So let me know, Daniel. You let me know, Daniel. Who do you think is capping or yapping? Who do you think is playing the blame game in many? Offensive line coach got fired. Facts. What's your point in saying that, Dale? Daniel Bergerman, fall back and fall back. We serious on this channel, Purple People Eater game, man. Shout out my dog Dre the builder, man. Yeah. Addison needs to step up this year, man. Kid needs to learn his potential and turn up. And he will. See, Tech, Tech. I rock with you, my dog, Tech, but Addison, he's been stepped up. See, people want to point out a certain guy or individual for this year. Because if you're talking about Addison, you're talking about this year. But you want to point out Addison, let's point out the whole offense. Do we forget its team? Do we forget chemistry? Do we forget communication? Do we forget play calling? I understand Addison definitely has to step up. Of course. Guess what, Tech? Everybody does. Everyone, starting with your head coach. So what does that really mean, dog? You can go down the list, go down the line, Pearly, and point at him, point at him, point at him, point at him, and say everyone needs to step up. Of course. Did Addison drop a lot of balls? Yeah. Clean it up? Hell yeah. But let's not sit in and hone in on one man or one guy. Like it wasn't like the whole offense wasn't piss poor, homie. Yeah. Huh? Jettas needs to step up, right? Right. McCarthy, O-line, everybody. They were never consistent. They never had any balance. And it starts with your head coach and your play caller, man. Yeah. So I get it. I understand. Addison, we need more from him. But let's not act like we don't know who Addison is or what he brings to the damn table. Don't just get crazy and disrespect Addison. Like Addison wasn't that guy. Y'all forget 2 years ago we talked about how Addison will get receiver one pay when he stepped up and took over for Jettas when Jettas was out 7 weeks. And on top of that, bro, boom, the Vikings went on a run and would have continued to go on a run if Kirk wouldn't have blew his ankle out, period. So I understand the Jettas talk, but let's calm it way the hell down as well. Tech, you hear me, homie? Heavy. And that's for anybody who feel a way about Addison. Don't forget who this man is as a player. And he's a real dog, a real levied dog out there. He just got to zone in and lock in and get back to his old ways and fuck everything else. Say fuck everything else and focus